Hello and welcome back to the Scenic Route with your girl Jovanna. How you guys doing? All right, so I am just getting off one of my Friday lives and a comment came up in the chat that I really wanted to address today. Really relevant right now. So if you are going back to school or have gone back to school, stick around. I want to talk to you. Let's get to it. So congratulations, a lot of you are going back to school live in person for the first time in probably over a year and a half-ish, I guess. Even though there is a lot of uncertainty and perhaps instability right now with everything that's happening, I really wanted to just share a couple of thoughts because in the chat, the question was that, someone is feeling a lot of anxiety around going back to school. And I think A, that's normal. B, makes total sense. And C is to be expected. So I think when you give yourself a little bit of just acceptance around the fact that it could be a scary proposition going to school after such a crazy 2020 and 2021, it's like, you know what? Let it be known that you're not alone, right? So I think when we feel like we're the only ones feeling this, I think it gets worse. And I think when we know and feel that there's other people feeling the same way, there's a little bit of relief that it's not just us, that I'm not the only weird one. I'm not the only one that stands out. I'm not the only one that feels this way. It's like, no. Give yourself permission to feel what you're feeling. Feel the anxiety, feel the trepidation, feel the hesitation, feel the unknownness of going back to school because it's unknown. You haven't been back to school in so long. It's a new unknown thing. So I remember for myself when I would go back to school in September after having the summer off, I always felt a little bit of anxiety because it was a new year. I was maybe starting a new school, whatever the case may have been. And that was when we had a normal life, right? Now with the unnormalness of everything, I think it's absolutely to be expected that you're feeling some anxiety. So I say the first thing is feel it. Yes, feel it. Feel the anxiety and be like, oh my God, this sucks. I'm going to school. I don't know the kids. I don't remember the kids. I got to wear a mask. I can't wear a mask. I don't know. There's COVID. Feel it. Let your body feel it. Let yourself go through the emotions and be like, okay, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm feeling. Okay, what else am I feeling around this anxiety? Let's see. What else am I feeling about the anxiety? I'm feeling anxious because I've lost touch with all my friends in the year or so that I've been out of school. Okay, all right. There's anxiety around maybe not having friends or not knowing how to be with your friends or not knowing how to be social because we've been so antisocial for like a year and a half. Okay. Feel it. That bites, right? It bites that you haven't been able to be with your friends. Okay, and do this yourself. Let yourself have that moment of realization, right? What else am I feeling anxious about? Is there something else bothering me or creating some angst inside of me as it pertains to going back to school? Yeah, the fact that, my teachers, they don't always understand me. They think that, there's one way to do it and it's not always one way. And I feel like my teachers they don't understand me. Okay, guess what you're going to do? You're going to feel it. Just feel that sense of being misunderstood and people not giving you the benefit of the doubt, people not having patience with you. Just feel it and let that all come up. Let it all come up and come out and be like, okay, that sucks. My teachers don't always understand me. What else is creating anxiety in me going back to school next week? Oh, this new Delta and COVID and wearing a mask and, I have to be in a mask all day, or, there's an outbreak in this school or that school. And okay, all right, you're going to feel that too. Because when you feel what is bothering you and when you bring light to what it is that is potentially creating that sense of turmoil inside, when you shine a light into the darkness, what happens? It brightens and you're not as scared. You're not as afraid of going in the dark when you have light, right? So shine a light on what it is that's bothering you, what it is you're nervous about, what it is you're anxious about. And guess what? When you bring focus to it and you're like, oh, that's what's bothering me. Okay, I see. I see that it's because I haven't been in class in a year and a half. I'm getting anxious because I don't know my teachers anymore and I don't know my friends. I see that's what's bothering. Okay, all right. And then you know what you're going to do? You're going to sit with it. Just sit with it and let it come up and be like, wow, this is uncomfortable. I don't like this feeling. I don't want to feel this way. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to accept it. Accept that you feel this way. Accept that you're normal, that it's natural, that everybody is going through some sort of like inner turmoil. Accept that this is the way you are reacting to the current situation. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to feel this way. It's okay. We've all felt it and we're feeling it now more than ever. So you are in the right place at the right time, feeling exactly what you need to feel. Because what you are going to do next is work through it. You're going to work through it. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do it together, guys, okay? This is how you work through it. You're going to say, okay, I feel anxiety about going to school next week because I haven't been to school in a year and a half and I don't know how to behave around people because I haven't been around people. Whew, that's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot. And you're going to feel it. And then what you're going to do is say, well, what's the worst that can happen? You go to school and you don't have any friends to say hello to. Guess what? That's probably not going to happen. And even if it does, it's okay. You don't need anybody else to get through your school day. It's nice to have a friend, but you don't need a friend, right? You've been without friends for a year and a half, and look, you're perfectly fine, even though it's a little wonky and bonkers, you're fine. So if you don't have friends on the first day or the second day or the first week, guess what? Everybody needs to get back into it at their own pace. So if at the end of the day you have discovered new friends or reconnected with old friends, guess what? It took you a day. And that is nothing, right? If it takes you 2, 3, 4 days a week, guess what? You're doing it at your own pace. And that's what I want you to accept. I want you to accept that everything takes time. Whether it's a day, a week, a month, or a year. Look how long we've been going through this together, guys. It's okay. What's the worst that can happen? Okay, the teachers don't understand you. The worst that can happen is that they make you feel foolish. Well, first off, shame on them, right? They're teachers, they're educators. They should not make you feel foolish or embarrass you. I had a teacher who was awful, and she did that to me, and she made me feel so bad about myself. You know what that taught me? Resilience. It taught me to not listen to the naysayers, even if it is my teacher. You know what it taught me? That I can prove that I can do whatever I want if I put my mind to it. That's what it proved to me. So even if your teacher's awful, which I'm sure she or he is not gonna be, you can still learn something from it. And that teacher is being put in your story for a reason, to teach you something. Even if it's the kind of teacher that you learn nothing from, because I gotta admit, sorry teachers, there are the kind of teachers that don't teach very clearly, right? and they might love being teachers, but they don't connect with the students in a certain particular way. Let's just say, guess what you're learning? You're learning independence. You're learning to do well in school despite not having the best teacher, which is going to happen sometimes. So even though you may be put in these like very challenging circumstances going back to school next week, what you can take away is that you will learn lessons that will make you stronger. And given the year that we've had, you're already super strong in mind and spirit. And this is just forming your future even stronger. And it's creating a foundation that's going to make you, all my dear younglings going back to school, unstoppable. So if you're feeling anxiety, if you're feeling discomfort, if you're feeling angst or frustration at the new system, at the new antibacterial thing and the new check-in that takes too long, and guess what? This is all serving a purpose, because when you get older and you are an adult and you look back at what you underwent as a youngling in school, you, I believe, and I know fully well in my heart, are going to be leaps and bounds ahead of all of us. You guys are having so many life lessons that you will look back and know that it is being done for you, not to you. So what you're going to do is figure it out. You're going to go to school. You're going to say, Jovanna told me to go to school, and just trust it's going to be a good time. And even if it's not that great of a time because times have changed and things are weird, I am going to go in there with full intention and desire to learn as much as I can. And if not from my teachers, definitely from my surroundings, definitely from the other students, definitely from the circumstances. You know what you can learn just by observing? Just observe. And you don't have to do much else. Learn to just take in what you see and process it in a way where, if you were in my live today, where you create options for yourself and for others. So if you see something that isn't the best, perhaps, solution to something, think of other options. Be like, wow, if I was an adult, I would do this. Wow, I'm not an adult, but maybe I can suggest to my teacher or another adult to incorporate this. Oh, wow, I think doing this way could be more beneficial. And start getting used to thinking in this way so that you become very astute and quick, and your reaction time gets speedier and quicker. And as you become older and you become an adult, you just have better problem solving skills. And at the end of the day, when you're an adult, let me tell you, super awesome problem solving skills and decision making skills are gonna differentiate you from the pack. I guarantee you that. Yes, you gotta learn algebra and calculus and biology and chemistry and social studies and whatever else you learn. That's just part of the curriculum. However, when you learn to problem solve and you learn to make great decisions and you learn to trust yourself and the universe around you, you become equipped with true living, everyday life skills. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. So if you're feeling anxious, feel it and let it go. Let it go. I just wanted you to know that I'm in your corner. I'm thinking about you in your first week of school. I am going to be your cheerleader. And when you get frustrated or you get anxious, just be like, Jovanna's in the back going, woo, 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 woo. Okay, that's a little cheesy. But just think of me and just know that I got your back, baby love. And I know you are going to come out leaps and bounds ahead of the game in due time. So just feel it and go through it. And that's the only way you're going to get to it. So those are my thoughts post my live with you all beautiful younglings. The question came up about anxiety, and I just wanted to do a quick video so that you know that I heard you, I love you, and I cannot wait to be back with you. So be off and have a fantastic week at school. Bye for now.